Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hello and welcome back to the Solved YouTube channel, your go-to source for anything Revenue Cloud and Salesforce related. In this video, we're going to be talking about the relationship between assets and order products. This is an area where we've been getting a lot of questions because it's very different from CPQ. For those of us coming over from CPQ, where your order product would be pretty much directly related to the subscription, and you could go back and forth quite easily. Now with Revenue Cloud, it's a little bit more complicated how you get from the order product to the asset and how you can get information from the order product to the asset. So that's what we're going to be talking about today and breaking down the object relationships that are at play here. All right, so in order to be able to get to the point where you're able to get information, maybe fields on the order product and map their data all the way to the asset, you first need to understand how these objects are related. So there's the asset action source and the asset action, which are both objects that you need to understand that come between the asset and a given order product. And there are really good reasons for this. When you renew or amend an asset in Revenue Cloud, there's going to be different order products, but it's going to stay on the same asset record. So that's why we have these objects that live in between to kind of show the relationships, show what's going on, what's the action that's actually happening here that's affecting this asset. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it, but let's jump in and look at what these relationships are. So when we have an order product, that's going to be related to an asset action source. This is saying, for this asset action, where did it come from? And that's going to have a relationship directly back to the order product. The asset action source is related to the asset action, which gives details about what's happening in this asset action and why. And then that's then related to the asset. So hopefully you've already seen our video on how to map inside of the context service from order product to asset action source. But we've gotten quite a few questions on, well, how do I map from order product to asset? Which is a super valid question. And how you do that is a little bit more convoluted. You still have to do the mapping from order product to asset action source, which looks a little bit like this, where you're going from order product into the sales transaction item node, mapping to the asset action source node, and then mapping from there to the asset action source object. So if you have any questions there, go check out our video, drop a comment below if you have any remaining questions, but that will get you to the point where you have a field and you're mapping it from the order product all the way to the asset action source. And then to be able to get that to the asset, typically that's going to be done using a record triggered flow that's going to be able to bring data from the asset action source up to the asset action and up to the asset based on whatever logic you want to happen there. Another thing to call out is that these are master details relationships. So you do have the option to create roll-up fields, but probably a record trigger flow is going to be what you'll need to use to be able to get information from the asset action source all the way to the asset. So just to show this in Salesforce, I'm going to come to an asset and I want to get all the way back to the order product. So I want to show you what that looks like. I'm going to go to the asset action, which you can see this asset action was for the original sale, initial sale. You can see some details about that asset action. And then I can go back to the asset action source, or you can see this here. And there's this field, reference entity item. And that is what links this back to the order product. So if I click there, you can see it links back to the order product. And so that's just a visual representation of how we get from the order product to the asset. And once you understand that, you'll be well on your way to be able to create flows and other things to be able to get information from the order product all the way to the asset. All right, hopefully that was helpful. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have any more questions, and we'll make sure to get back very quickly to you answering your question. And then check out our other videos on the channel about Revenue Cloud, Salesforce, Agentforce, and other Salesforce topics. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.